Thank you. Pertamanya, thanks for coming for this session. Walaupun dalam minggu cuti mid-sem break, but it shows that my student have a very high enthusiasm nak belajar rajin. Bagus, saya bangga dengan you all. Saya cerita dengan jabatan nanti. Okay. Mana tahu dapat markah tambahan untuk you all pula kan. Anyways, the idea I mentioned early tadi, why I want to meet you guys this week, and still I want to meet this week. One, I want to summarize at least 3 of the chapters, okay, 2 actually, the e-commerce and also e-marketing. The full conference, the full lecture will be, I think petang ni saya buat satu lagi. Once completed chapter 6, saya akan share both of those nota ataupun lecture to all of you. The notes is already available dalam Putra Blast. Saya mengguna features baru Microsoft Office. Kalau you all tengok, saya pun kagum lah, takkan Dr. Farid boleh buat slide cantik macam tu kan. Rupanya Microsoft Office ada come up with new features based on the words that we use dalam kita punya kotak presentation. They can suggest us a new design. Jadi saya tak nak ambil kredit tu pada saya. Kalau tengok, Dr. Farid ni lawa lah slide dia. Bukan saya ambil kredit kepada Microsoft Office. Dia orang buat a new features where they can come up with suggested design based on whatever words that you put in your presentation. Okay. So anyway, the notes is available dalam Putra Blast already. Kemudian saya cakap apa tadi? Okay, kemudian saya akan cover on today a few important elements of your labs. InsyaAllah sekejap lagi kita akan buat breakout session. Saya tak ada dengan tujuan saya buat breakout session ni ialah supaya I can get close to each groups. Okay. Kalaupun tidak, untuk memberi peluang kepada you guys, siapa kumpulan whichever groups. I'm not saying that there is a group problem because I don't know, tak ada yang cerita. Okay. Katakanlah kalau ada masalah ke apa ke, so please make use this time sampai pukul 5 nanti. Please make use of this time so that you can finalize everything, the idea, bagi tugasan. Kalau yang mana yang belum bagi tugasan tu, bagi tugasan. Okay, you buat ni, then everything. Okay. And one more thing about your lab sekejap lain ni Kang, apa yang saya nak you all finalize are those things yang saya dah share dalam siapa dah tengok saya punya updated database punya Google Sheets? Ada yang tengok?
Dah.
Ada. Itu pun saya improvise from a few semester lepas. You are the first semester yang saya buat in such detail. Sebab saya fikir kalau saya jadi student pun, interaction dengan saya bukan setiap hari boleh datang jumpa saya kan. And it's not like personal, you boleh jumpa saya in person. So I was thinking like, it's unfair for me to give you guys so many tasks if I don't guide you one by one. Itu sebab saya, I decided to come up with those column tu. To give you a very, sebenarnya apa yang dalam kolom tu, is already stated dalam flowchart yang saya bagi dalam manual, client manual, and also in your lab manual ada flowchart tu kan, phase 1, week 1 apa tu semua tu is actually in that flowchart. Tapi kali ni saya tak tahu lah, saya rasa saya I have the responsibility untuk guide you guys step by step, so that's why I put it in column also supaya semua orang dapat buat checklist apa dia dah buat, apa dia belum. So this is the very crucial part, sebab whatever activities that you completed from CIP and also any of the student-centered learning punya exercise saya bagi, it will be part of your first test marks. Sebabnya macam saya explain dalam Facebook semalam, kalau kita nak ikutkan another element yang kurang dalam first test tu ialah tak ada presentation. You all tak sempat kita buat sebelum cuti semester ni sekarang, mid-sem ni. So, but I have to key in the marks before 20th, sebelum 20 hari bulan 12. Sebab lepas tu UPM nak Christmas. UPM Christmas kan. Okay, so because of that particular reason, I was thinking like, if we extend and then wait for your presentation, nanti kan masalah markah student dalam sistem. So for those who realize, I already come out, saya boleh tunjuk. Share. Okay. 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 Nampak ke? Nampak kan?
Nampak.
Okay, alright. Now, this first thing first, I would like to say thank you for all the groups yang dah update, and I realize siapa yang betulkan line saya? There must be someone already betulkan line ni. Okay. Again, thank you, because I reckon yesterday I was doing the line in white color. Somebody change it into blue ni, kelabu. So there is I don't know who among you guys yang betulkan saya punya kotak ni. So thank you for those who did that. Siapakah dia saya tak tahu. Saya boleh tahu tapi saya thank you sajalah saya ucap terima kasih. Okay, if you see in this particular table, okay. So these are the column yang saya mula-mula masukkan baru, and saya kira, if I'm not mistaken, there are 14 column yang saya tambah. Ini semua ni. Oh, the first group, the second group, first group. Okay, good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Now, together we go through this table. Yeah. Sementara kita go through ni, saya just nak pinpoint a few important element of Google spreadsheet yang mungkin saya tak dapat cover dalam lab. So part of it is, if you realize that all the words and everything are synchronized and neatly put together. Perasan tak tu? So these are one important important element dalam apa kita panggil ni dalam spreadsheet, online spreadsheet, iaitulah kita ada elemen yang kita panggil wrap. Siapa tahu apa itu wrap? Anybody knows what is wrap? Wrap text.
No.
Tak tahu?
Tak tahu.
Tak tahu, okay.
Tahu.
Okay.
No.
Actually kalau you all buat apa business pun, you don't have to come out with a database system. Okay. If you want to come up with database system, data management system, it will cost your company thousands. Ya, 3,000 ke atas. So this spreadsheet, sama ada online ataupun spreadsheet Excel yang kita biasa guna tu, okay. Spreadsheet ni is actually a database punya component. You can do millions of things with this particular system ataupun software. For instance, if you realize that kat bawah ni nampak saya punya cursor ni, kalau you pergi kat bawah ni you nampak saya letak nama untuk this particular page. And if you want to add another page, you just klik tambah yang sebelah kiri ni, you klik and then dah ada tambah. So katalah saya ada 50 classes dalam satu program. Let's say BSPMK ada 50 program. and I want to see what are the progress of students from different subject. So actually saya boleh buat tambah sampai 100 lebih. Semua nampak kan saya buat kat bawah kan? So this is another features of spreadsheet which is very crucial, sebabnya ramai orang tak tahu yang spreadsheet can ataupun Excel boleh ada beratus-ratus pages, sheets, dia panggil sheets tu sebabnya boleh banyak pages, ya, dalam satu file. Ini satu file. This file, let's say Sem1 2021 CIP UPM group details. Saya tak buat lagi yang sheet 2, sheet 3 dan sebagainya. I was planning to put markah setiap komponen dalam setiap satu muka surat. So these are very crucial. Ya, saya tak sempat cover masa kita buat Google exploration. So I take this opportunity to introduce you. These are one of the features yang very crucial dalam spreadsheet. Lepas tu doktor tak boleh balik ke tempat yang saya boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay. So nampak yang situ, you all pergi dekat situ balik. So this is the main folder ataupun page ataupun sheets. Okay. So that is the first features yang saya nak introduce you guys tentang Google spreadsheets. Okay. Because most of the food company dia tak ada, for instance, receiving. Kalau you all baca tajuk quantity, penerimaan makanan berkuantiti, meaning you receiving and purchasing materials for your company, for instance, your food company, bila the receiving, you have to put in inventory, for instance, kena ada inventory. Berapa banyak kilang yang tak ada inventory, yang tak lengkap? Sebab alasan dia kata nak beli database system is very expensive. Kena ada sistem PDA, sign semua. Macam macam you tengok delivery of post laju dan sebagainya. You have to have record. But then for small medium enterprises, ataupun SME ni, they didn't realize that we can use this particular same function, and in fact the new Microsoft Office 365 which consists of all these words, macam saya cerita tadi, presentation, PowerPoint, they can design and suggest to you. The features yang boleh suggest ni, yang boleh improvise ni, is what we call as Web 3.0. Web, saya share di US. Kalau saya laju cakap, doktor laju tak faham. Okay. Dia in evolution of internet, I reckon that I mentioned this in last week punya lab. Kita cakap the evolution is moving from just giving information, email, and then giving information, interaction, and then build up a loyalty with the features such as login to build up the loyalty of your brand among all your audience or among your customers. Now there is one more categorization of website ataupun categorization of internet. Ataupun internet. Boleh nampak saya tulis dekat whiteboard tu? Okay.
Nampak.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, internet evolution. Saya rasa saya besarkan sikit. Okay. Okay. So what they call as internet evolution. Internet evolution concept. this is a common norms among all the internet marketing, internet business experts. We call it as Web 1.0, Web 2.0, and recently they come up with Web 3.0. Okay, so if I'm not saying that the question for your final exam would be on this, but if let's say, yeah, your final exam asks about what are the concept of internet evolution, this would be the answer. But if the question asks you what are the stages of internet evolution, then you have to mention what I mentioned, what I discussed with you guys in last week labfor ataupun lecture, where I talk about the providing communication, providing information, interactions, building up the loyalty among your audience. That one is the stages. But if in terms of conceptual, then these are the three terms that we call. Web 1.0 is referring to website, the first model when they first introduced website. Okay, and Web 2.0 is where they started to have interaction with the consumer. People can send question. For instance, if you want to do a hotel reservation, you can make a request to stay in which room or whatsoever. That is when you give email and then you have to wait for them to respond. That is Web 2.0. Meaning there is interaction. And still under Web 3.0 is when people started to talk about social media. Put it here, Sini. Okay. Di situ Web 1.0 is providing the first generation. First generation of website. Okay. Which is referring to Web 1.0. And then actually during that time there is no terms, but after some years, I reckon in early 2000, yeah, there are one conference, a huge conference among all the experts on internet and marketing and all that. There is one expert or guru in internet marketing. His name is O'Reilly. Yeah, professor. He's not a professor. He's a businessman. Yeah, he was saying like the time has come. I think after 20 years of website to normal websites, yeah, he said that it's about time for us to move forward, not only providing information to all. Saya sekejap lagi kita akan masuk dalam satu sistem Wayback Machine I will share with you guys, where we can see what is happening, what is the features of website UPM katakan, the first time they launched the website. You can see how ugly it is. I have to say ugly lah kan. Sebabnya memang ugly masa tu. Because the aim is just to provide information, the first stage, the first generation of website. And then when you talk about the second wave, ataupun Web 2.0, the idea which is posted by O'Reilly, yeah, this is where there is an interaction. There's interactions, and also people start to talk about social media. Kenapa dia panggil social media? Siapa boleh jawab?
Media,
Apa tu? Sila.
it's a media where we can socialize.
Socialize, okay, fair enough. Ada yang lain nak bagi cadangan? Kenapa dia dikenali sebagai social media? Tak ada salah, boleh cerita je. Boleh nak kelentong tak apa. Nak try and error. Sebab apa we call it social media? And it is part of Web 2.0. Ya, siapa tadi?
Doctor, I think it's more on the communication part, interactions and communication.
Interaction and communication, okay, bagus, okay, good. Engkau nak try? Apa sebab? Dia pakai social media. Orang tak perasan tu kan. Cakap je social media. Apa agaknya?
Media untuk bersosial.
Betul. Pandai Zulaikha. Awak cakap Siapa cakap tadi? Nampak?
Sarah.
Sarah. Okay, pandai Sarah. Okay. Because it is a medium. Because last time people don't care about socializing. There is one theory, but I don't want to bombard you guys with so many theory. Just sharing with you guys. The theory by Professor Nanako, he was saying that when people meet people, physical, the interaction is what you call socialization. Kita bersosial. Tadi apa cakap? Bersosial menggunakan media. Ngam, itulah dia sebenarnya. So if you didn't use social media, meaning you don't use the media is referring to the internet, to socializing, meaning it is not part of Web 2.0. And there is another terms. If the first generation of websites, all the information, semua fakta tu is provided by the owner of that particular platform. Contoh, kalau saya punya website, saya seorang dia boleh kata apa saya nak cakap dalam website tu. No one else can say itu salah atau tak boleh. I cannot say anything. Because itu website saya, kau nak cakap apa, cakaplah. Aku tulis ni lah dia. Itu web 1.0. Nobody can say, fakta ni salah. Tak boleh. Boleh lah cakap, tapi it won't affect the company. Okay? Tapi bila web 2.0, the idea of socializing ni come out. Well, human being, manusia ni tak pernah puas kan. Tak pernah puas. Dapat pen satu nak dua. Dapat dua nak tiga, empat. Dah dapat empat nak pen besar pula kan. Malam tadi saya tak beli pen energizer. Pergi ke kedai. You all pergi tengok kedai ada pen energizer sekarang. Human being never satisfied of whatever they have. Itu sifat kita. And because of that, from the first experience of website, people are very happy. Dapat website, we can see all the information. But after sometimes, I think after 10 or 12, 15 years after that, then they started to think, why not we ask people to share with us? Why we don't let our audience, customer, coming into our website, maybe they want to say something. Why we have to stop them? This kind of mentality, especially among the marketers, internet marketers, let them think, let them talk, and this can provide them the route for build up their loyalty to our company. If let's say you go to UPM nya website, saya tak kutuk UPM you pergi kutuk UPM, you pergi website UPM, but you cannot say anything. You pergi ke Facebook UPM, you tak boleh posting anything. Jiwa memberontak mahasiswa, dia pergi buatnya Putra Confession. Betul? Saya tak tahu, saya dengar-dengar lah. Dia tak boleh buat apa-apa because if you go to Facebook UPM, you cannot post anything. But if you go to Facebook Taylor's University, saya bukan nak kata BTS better but they let their student to share. You pergi makan, you buat kerja kat rumah. Sekarang ni semua MCO ni kan. You buat kerja kat rumah. Angkatlah gambar dengan mak ke, dengan kucing ke, dengan papis ke kan. And then you share. Saya budak UPM, hashtag UPM. By doing so, all these materials is coming from the users. It will be more varied, more information, more sharing, and that is what we call Web 2.0. If people don't let other people to share, dia tak boleh share. When I did the research for Tourism Malaysia, untuk saya punya first chapter of my PhD. comparing all the Facebook. Saya ni PhD, tajuk saya Facebook implementation among all 191 countries in the world. I make a comparison of what are the Facebook features from all the tourism organization in the world. So bila saya tengok, comparing to Malaysia, Malaysia, UK, US, these are the countries, some of the countries, saya tak ingat lagi yang tiga ni saya ingat, that didn't allow audience, tak benarkan our tourists datang ke dalam Facebook Tourism Malaysia and share ataupun komen ataupun share their pictures. Katalah dia pergi Kinabalu, Kota Kinabalu, itulah kan? Apa panggil? Gunung Kinabalu. Let's say they went there, they want to share. The platform is the best for sharing the picture of Gunung Kinabalu, dia dah naik sampai ke puncak, is in Tourism Malaysia Facebook, supposingly. But our Tourism Malaysia didn't allow this to be happen. They block. Kalau sesiapa ada experience of conducting a group punya Facebook, the authority is on the administrator. Kalau you all pergi Facebook UPA apa ni food tag, saya masih lagi control sikit. Maknanya saya bagi semua orang untuk share. The idea is when people share, one, they build up their loyalty to your company. This is very crucial element of online branding. Kalau you tak bagi, orang tourism semua tak boleh, tak ada gambar ada orang pun banyak mana saja. Gambar daripada turis yang pergi ke tempat tu. Kata saya pergi, let's say saya pergi ke Pasar Payang kan. Saya pergi Pasar Payang dengan Zulekha pergi ke Pasar Payang, waktu berbeza, the experience will be different, am I right? Suasana berbeza. And those kind of sharing is tremendously will help to promote Pasar Payang di Terengganu. These are the concept that people in the experts in internet marketing, we call it as user generated content. The contents of the website, the contents of the promotion, the contents of all this kind of related to, katalah tourism, Tourism Malaysia katakan, is not from Tourism Malaysia. So this is the beauty of Web 2.0, the stages. Sebabnya manusia tak puas hati, saya sebut tadi, human being never satisfied of whatever. Why they share this picture? This picture is ages ago. I have the new picture, want to share to them. Salah ke kalau orang our audience nak share their experience? I give you one example. Australia, Facebook is the best in the world. Every 2 second gambar berubah. Saya buat dengan kawan saya, Mr. Daniel, sebelah saya, in order to conduct the research very reliable and valid, we have to code the picture that we see at the same time. Kalau saat 001, dia pun mesti 001. 001 saya sini lain, 001 sana dekat dia punya website, dekat dia punya monitor dah gambar lain bagi Australia. Kenapa? Facebook Australia, they let their people to share whatever picture they have. Tengah bagi makan kangaroo, nampak kangaroo atas pokok, kita bagi share. Betul lah dia panggil kangaroo atas pokok tau. Saya baru cerita dengan mak saya. Oh betul lah kangaroo atas pokok, memang dia panggil tree kangaroo. Dia ada kantung duduk, tapi dia duduk atas pokok. Saya tengok apa tu, astagfirullah, kejut dia. Di zoo lah, dekat luar tu nak tengok. But the idea is they let people share. And that's why people have very high attraction to Australia. Kan? Kalau kata saya keluar kan nampak musang pandan, kat tempat ni banyak musang pandan. Nak share kat mana? Tak ada, kecewa. Kecewa, tak ada sebab guna, kecewa. So this is not the concept of user-generated content. It is not the concept of Web 2.0. Sebab tu saya cakap dengan Datin Paduka masa I was the advisor to Datin Paduka Vice Chancellor. Let them share. Let them share. Student siapa biar. You guys tak annoyed ke you masuk dalam YouTube, there is one time, tiba-tiba keluar iklan Taylor's University. Sakit hati. And all those iklan is come up from their student. And pejabat komunikasi korporat UPM for instance, satu. Tapi dia ada 2,000 student. Katalah 2,000. UPM ada berapa? Berapa ribu? Katalah 10,000 ke? 10,000 internet marketing is being happening for free pula tu. Itu sebut tu. People didn't realize this. But that is the idea when they come up with the terms Web 2.0. Now, Web 3.0 is what you see in kita balik pada macam mana saya lompat sini sebab saya mula sini tadi. The idea of come up with suggestion. Saya cerita pasal I did the PowerPoint presentations for your notes. Suddenly gambar lawa saya pekagum. Ini hasil kerja aku ke? Because ada dia panggil situ design design based on the words that you put dalam you punya kotak tu. Those kind of compiling data and then suggest to you. Who is suggesting to you? Komputer. Saya buat notes tu semalam, 2 hari lepas. I was talking to the computer lah. Kau ni kalau tak pandai bagi gambar, tak payah jadi komputer saya ketuk kan. Mak saya, kau cakap dengan komputer. Because that is the idea. Dia kena tengok, kalau saya pakai banyak warna biru, dia, Mamat ni suka warna biru, aku kena bagi dia warna biru. Boom. That is what you call by Web 3.0. Computer or the system or the internet become clever. Dia macam tunjuk bagus. Siri lah, Siri. Tahu Siri? Siri Apple ni. Tiba-tiba bercakap. Yes, how can I help you? Siapa pula minta tanya kau? Kan? There is one time my phone, Samsung, when I first use Samsung, suddenly they changed. The phone is talking to me. And I don't know how to handle. Tak boleh nak tukar. Orang kampung saya masa tu kan, baru guna smartphone. Tekan-tekan dia tak nak tukar. Apa sahaja kau bercakap dengan aku ni? I was about to tell my friend, I already arrive at their hotel. I want to bring them for dinner. Masa tu daripada Singapore dia. Tak boleh, orang kat atas curse saya dah. Apa Farid ni lompat sampai ni. But my phone is keep talking to me. How can I help you? Aku rasa campak handphone ni. But that is the evolution of internet, the evolution of this kind of technology, up to the level they can advise you. They can suggest to you. Kalau satu lagi you nampak features, ada you buka je website, dia keluar. Ada orang keluar kat sini. Yeah, I'm Sophie, how can I help you? SMB ada gambar dah keluar. Yeah. And another example of Web 3.0 is when you type dekat Google search. Baru letak perkataan D. Dah tahu cari Doraemon. So this is the example of the evolution of internet. Same goes, internet and computer is the system that lies together. So they are doing the same with all these features dalam office punya software and so on and so forth. Because why? They're all internet integrated now. Macam kita buat this particular thing, our database ni dah link kepada internet. Whoever say, doktor saya tak boleh buka, memanglah kau. The first time I have this experience of Google collaboration ni, I was in Malaysia. My supervisor is in Australia. My friend is in Hong Kong. And another professor is in Switzerland. 4 different time working at one paper. When we are sleeping, when I sleeping, the Australian guy do. When Australian guy tidur, orang Switzerland buat. Dalam masa 1 hari, paper tu siap. Sebab yang bangun, the time is changing kan. And the system is there. So that is the beauty of all these kind of things. So I just share that particular features. And then if you see up here, saya sentuh sikit lagi pasal Google Sheet ni. Yang words tu you all by mind sendirilah. So up here there are lots of features. Katalah this particular saya tak wrap dia. It is under format. Under format, dia ada tulis itu text wrapping. Masa mula-mula you all last 2 weeks when you first key in everything, tak adalah secantik ni kan, tulisan dia tengah, ada yang buat tengah, ada yang buat tepi, yang tulis sampai masuk ke kolom sebelah pun ada kan. Saya kata betul lah budak-budak ni tak faham. Saya tengok betul. Ada tak yang buat text wrapping? Tak ada, alhamdulillah pun saya boleh mengajar kan. So the text wrapping under format. Wrapping apa? Balut. If you tak balut, overflow. Nampak? Ya. Dia tak pergi mana tu tulisan lah. Yang saya warna merah tu. Panjang. Pergi mana saya pun tak tahu, tak nampak kan. So that was the reason why they call it under format. You can do text wrapping, wrap ataupun clip. Clip maknanya you potong-potong dia. Usually when you just wrap, jadi cantik balik. Okay. So these are the skills. Kalau you buat macam ni and then you hantar kat bos you buat kerja nanti, oh budak ni tahu benda ni. Yeah. Because these are the features that bos suka. Saya last year I asked my master students to do this. To come up with the database of all the tourism Malaysia. Daripada Perlis sampai ke Sabah. And when I first received the Google Sheets ni, pasal all the data yang ada dalam website tourism negeri, saya kata, ya Allah, minta maaf saya kan, ni budak perempuan buat kerja, budak lelaki buat kerja ni, saya kata. And both of them are girls. Marah dia orang. Because they don't know the features of this particular software or applications can be defined to make it beautiful. And why is it important? Because the way you portray this, first for yourself you look at this, nampak senang, warisan opah yang, nasi ayam harif, Hainanese style, easy for you to read. And this component of databases is the same like what databases been developed by the company, IT company, charge you 5,000. Habis kau. You beli apps ni, kalau yang pakai pirate tu janganlah Yang tak pakai pirate lah. Okay, yang beli pun, like for instance myself, I beli itu dalam RM500. Habis. One sekali bayar je. And then you dapat extra 20 tera cloud. Saya nak simpan mak datuk pun boleh dalam tu. So these are the features that I would like you guys when you go into the industry, especially the food industry, nanti bila mana nampak tak ada sistem yang bercantik, you are the person who can make the change. Kata kat bos, I reckon the system that you have pakai buku 5, katakan. Jangan terkejut Ada sekolah-sekolah, katalah Kamal pergi ke mata-mata mahat ni, mahat kan? Sekolah agama tu kan? Macam mana dia buat rekod student dia? Kes hari tu COVID kan? Kan susah dia orang nak detect all the student. I reckon, saya agaklah, they don't even have the system like this. So if Kamal pergi kepada seluruh Perak tu, artinya kamu dah tibalah masanya kita menggunakan Google Sheets ataupun Excel for kedatangan pelajar. Boleh tak? Boleh. Tak perlu buat macam UPM tu yang complete system. Complete system tu pun nanti bila you all graduate tak baginya pada alumni. Macam mana tu? Tak ada interaction. Remember that when I talk about internet within organization, there must be interaction. Kalau ada sistem besar-besar pun tak interaction, tak ada guna. Baik guna Excel je. So this is the simplest thing that we can transform. We can transform our organization, our community dan sebagainya. Itu sebab saya share Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin punya launching yesterday. Siapa dah tengok website saya tunjuk tu? Ada tengok? Anybody want to comment about that? What is actually?
Belum lagi.
No comment. What is Malaysia Biz tu? Malaysia Biz. Saya dengar macam ui, hebatnya apa benda ni kan? Rupanya when you want to develop any system, internet system, computer system, you must trigger what is the problem. Apa problem yang proses, kita panggil proses, apa proses dia? Katalah, excuse me, you all tahu kan Malaysia among the first country to have, semua orang pernah pergi immigration kan? Ada parti ke dalam ni? Tak ada parti pendatang asing tanpa izin. Tak ada parti okey. Kalau tak ada parti semua ada pasport kan? Okey, pasport tu kita punya Malaysia among the few countries that have terletak je dia ada chip and then we can just go in. We are among the first country to have that. Now why they have come up with that? Because during that time I still remember tok guru saya yang lead the discussion, Profesor Zainal Abidin Muhammad. Saya panggil dia Profesor Zainal Bulat sebab dia gemuk. Suka pegang tangan dia macam ni, besar. Dia gelak macam Santa Claus Profesor Zainal Abidin Muhammad daripada FEP UPM. Now, profesor ni dia kata, that is the problem is orang queue panjang nak tunggu immigration chop masa tu. There must be something that trigger the problem. Isunya beratur panjang. Dulu dekat Subang airport tu panjang sampai keluar. Orang Malaysia kaya kan nak keluar kan. Jadi they detect that this is the problem, congested, orang tak selesa, people nak fly in, fly out, it's difficult. Bila masanya panjang, so the jadual untuk ketibaan of the flight, terbang makin panjang. So the productivity of that particular airport is lower, decrease. So macam mana nak naikkan? Dia kata that is the main issue because orang beratur panjang. So they come up from there. They said that how we can cut the process to make it fast and faster. And then they realize that apa salahnya? Mau pasport saya tak ada. How? Apa salah kita letakkan something cheap ke apa ke? Kita letak je our Malaysian, kita let them go first. And then that one is the trigger of the idea to come up with passport. Everyone passport tu ada chip. Saya punya chip dah rosak. Masa pergi umrah itu rosak. Dah orang kata aku pula mati. Sebab saya kena beratur belakang kan. Orang semua dah jalan. Kau Farid, kenapa kau tinggal? Kau mati je. But the idea is any system must be triggered by a problem. Now, come back to the Malaysian Beast punya yang saya share with you guys portal tu. The problem that the trigger by the government is siapa-siapa bisnes nak pergi buat lesen bisnes, nak register bisnes dia, nak pergi SSM, Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia. Office dah lah beza-beza. Kat mana Putrajaya memang person E, person A, person W. Kesian orang kampung nak datang sini. Mana ni? Jangan orang kampung lah. Saya masuk Putrajaya pun pening kepala. Mana blok ni? Mana blok ni? Mana kan? So they're realizing that different entity of the component of a business need to register frequently dekat different departments. So they said that why don't we come out a centralized one-stop center online where all these entrepreneurs, orang tak perlu pergi SSM, orang tak perlu, dia pergi ke dalam internet, dia panggil Malaysia Biz, apa juga kaitan dengan business you guys, anda tahu ada jutawan dalam ni nanti, insyaAllah, amin. Anything nak tanya tentang pendatang, nak bawa masuk kerja asing, nak register kan, I tell you, my mom wait for, I think 1 month, just to register our mate untuk bantu mak saya. 1 bulan. So with this Malaysia Biz ni, with the platform, everything can be centralized and can solve anything related to perlesenan dan registration of the business. So that's a good thing tu sebenarnya. Mungkin bagi orang yang tak terlibat dengan bisnes, mula-mula saya pun kata apa benda lah buat ni. Habiskan duit je. Kan? Tapi when I go through, I said that, okay, this system is very crucial in terms of to give everyone a short time of doing things at one center. Okay? So that goes with all this Google punya exploration yang saya ceritakan dulu tu. Termasuklah juga dengan Google Sheets ni, the elements is started when people want to make it cantik seperti saya buat wrapping dan sebagainya. And then dekat atas ni, kalau you nampak, saya ada minta one of the component yang 14 kolom yang saya minta itu, ada saya kata date for first meeting with client. Okay. When I say date tu, saya dah settingkan dalam ni. Kalau you all tengok dia punya element ni element ni kalau dalam Excel biasa dia ada general. Saya tukar. Okay, let's see. Okay. So these are under format. Everything is under format. Okay. If that is a bit different daripada Google Sheets dengan Excel, tapi more or less the same lah. Dia punya susunan tu is still bawah format. Kalau you tengok, katalah you nak bagi ni, nampak saya dah tukar dia. Tadi sebelum ni, it was 2/12/2020. Tengok kotak ini Sebab saya dah setkan whenever it is talking about date, it must be a date format. And how you want to change the date format ni, dia pergi bawah format, dia ada tulis situ number. And there are all this format for each of the cell. Kita panggil yang kecil-kecil ni cell. Ataupun kotak lah senang kita. Kotak cell. So each one of this kotak can be representing general. Maknanya plain text, anything. Nama ke, nama student ke apa ke, general. Tapi kalau it is related to, like for instance, we want to give dates, you should change that into date. Baik, Allah. Format, number, and then you can see that ada date. Date pula ada date panjang, ada date pendek. Ini masa saya buat, saya punya PhD saya belajar lah, saya bodoh juga. Date ni ada date yang just a date, ataupun ada masa yang very detail. This is part of my research which concern about berapa second beza dengan orang sebelah. Tak boleh nak tipu. Pening kepala masa tu. And then what is the time when you start tulis dalam tu? Dia akan bagi tahu you semua. Okay. So in our case we just want a simple date, so it will be like that. So please make sure when you come up with, when you play around with any of the Excel punya concept ataupun file, you have to ensure of those kind of things. I think those are the two important element. Kalau you tengok lain ni adalah decimal. Ini decimal, titik perpuluhan. Dia boleh naik besar ataupun kecil. Kadang-kadang you tengok ada tanda slash. Hashtag keluar kan. Apa benda pula hashtag ni? You all dah buat financial project belum buat Belum kan? Saya depan.
Tengah buat.
Tengah buat.
Aku sudah ni bantu nanti ni. Tiba-tiba you masukkan data nanti, tiba jadi palang mengelabar. Apa mana benda data aku? Sebenarnya dik, tarik je sini. Benda tu kalau jadi dekat, tak nampak kan? Tak nampak dia jadilah belang. Jangan panik, you just tarik. Nampaklah semua balik. Saya pun dulu macam tu juga. Menggelabah. Mana data aku masuk semua hilang. So, you all kalau pakai untuk financial project tu mungkin pakai SPSS. Guna SAS. It is the same concept as Excel. The basic concept of database, everything is inside spreadsheet. SPSS is an extension of Excel. SAS extension, Minitab extension of spreadsheet. Segala bapak ialah spreadsheet. Tu nak cerita tu. Macam mana Bill Gates boleh jadi kaya? Sebab itulah. Sebab bila dia orang extend, dia dapat royalty juga. Kaya bapak cik Bill Gates tu. Minggu lepas ada keluar di temu bual di CNN dengan Bill Gates live, saya tengok. Hebat lagi orang ni. Okay. So that is pretty much that. So hopefully back to our CIP project ni. Okay, saya campur sekali lah. Now, when you do this exercise, I hope that you realize about the concept of the database. And then on top of that, oh baguslah, ada kumpulan dah siap. Good. Yang the flow chart yang saya buat dalam bentuk infografik tu, sekarang semua orang nak infografik. Ya. Those infografik saya buatkan dia dalam kataan ayat-ayat dan satu-satu. Supaya nampak. Sebabnya semester lepas ada yang kata, "Alah doktor, kita orang tak nampak pun itu flow chart tu. Alah lupa nak baca." So sebelum saya dengar pada batch ni cakap macam tu, saya buat awal-awal. So these are the steps that you have to make sure that you finalize everything this week. Finalize everything. Because if you don't finalize, satu markah tak dapat lah. Saya bagi due date ni, when the due date is due, you isi juga, you have to isi. Macam ada siapa yang semalam email saya tu, "Oh, doktor, janganlah tolak markah kami, kumpulan kami terlambat hantar submission of dia punya surat-surat." Saya kata, it's unfair untuk kumpulan lain. Bagi saya potong setengah. 0.5 je saya tolak. Dia, "Kami mohon kerjasama doktor, kerjasama saya pula, kerjasama awak tak masuk submit dalam Putra Bahasa." Oh. Talking about that, ada 2 orang student tak hantar. Apa yang tak hantar apa? Siapa yang saya minta? Ada one of the assignment, I will update you guys after this. Saya tengah bagi markah sekarang. Ada one of the assignment, ada 2 orang pelajar tak hantar. Saya tak ingatlah. Sama ada blogging, reflective blogging ataupun dia punya storyboard is group work. Ada satu, nanti saya update you guys. Or for those yang rasa dia tahu dia tak dapat hantar, tolonglah email saya ke, telefon saya ke, WhatsApp saya, "Doktor, saya dah makhluk tu." Sebab saya nak bagi markah. Saya tak nak you guys siapa yang tak submit any of the work dapat kosong. Saya tak nak. Better you get a chip of portion of the marks rather than you didn't get anything. Okay? For the 2 students, siapa yang tak sempat, dia buat draft. Saya rasa dia tak sempat press send kot. So please you all check balik diri you all. Saya pun akan check kejap lagi ni. Saya tengah bagi markah daripada pagi tadi. Please make sure you untuk simplify my work, bagi tahu doktor saya lah yang tak hantar tu. Boleh tak saya hantar kat email doktor sekarang? Boleh. Tapi adalah deduction of the marks. Okay? So please make sure that you complete this, because by completing this, you know what are your group punya achievement dah. Aku tak siap lagi tu. Website ni macam mana nak buat website ni? Rupanya dia tak main lagi dengan Wix. Kalau dalam kelas in physical, saya akan pergi komputer seorang-seorang, saya buka, tengok dah main belum. Because you need to experience yourself, then only you know what are the features to put in or not to put in dalam the company. Okay. Nah, ada soalan tentang the database. Ada beberapa soalan tentang database? Tak ada?
Doktor, untuk presentation ni, yang online presentation tu, kita dengan klien je.
Okay, very good question. Okay, presentation. Okay, sebelum saya jawab, in your presentation there must be the first part of your presentation ialah you ceritakan sedikit apa bisnes dia and what are dia punya e-business, e-electronic business punya features yang dia dah guna ataupun dia tak pernah guna. What are the marketing punya, what are the competitive advantages yang dia ada? Siapa competitors dia? Please make a bit of the analysis of that company first. Itu the first element of your presentation. Why this is very crucial? Because by knowing, saya ada cakap dalam one of the lab, tak kenal maka tak cinta. Bila nak kenal company tersebut, nak buatkan dia punya website, you have to know the strength, the weaknesses. Now I'm not asking you to do SWOT analysis, a very complete set. No. Bila you bercakap dengan the owner of the company, you should know, akak dah buat ke Facebook, Facebook ads tu? Ataupun apa akak dah buat dalam social media? Apa akak dah buat? Akak pakai leaflet je. Then you have to write that. That are the things that you have to come back and brainstorm. Yang saya sebut brainstorming tu, bincang, apa yang sebenarnya company buat. That is the first element of your presentation. Sebab apa you perlu buat benda ni? Sebab if you don't do that, you cannot suggest to the company, inilah the proposal of your official website. Your official website yang you come up with, yang you nak propose kepada company tersebut, tak payah tunjuk dulu You all buat sekarang ni, bila hari presentation tu baru tunjuk kat dia. Sebab kalau you dah tunjuk awal-awal, masa presentation hilang. Tunjuk saya. Ulu kelang mengamuk. Ulu kelang kena taufan. Astagfirullahaladzim. Bila you buat presentation tu baru ditunjuk. Sebab kalau you tunjuk awal-awal, katalah a few days, 3 days before you kata, boleh tak kita orang nak tunjuk? Tak payah. Sebab during the presentation tu, baru you tunjuk, and please invite me during the presentation. Kalau saya tak ada kau, macam mana saya nak bagi markah kat you all kan? Okay. That is the time, the first time they see all the features, apa you punya, that is what we call as prototype. Kalau ada pembetulan semua tak apa. It's not the perfect website that you have to present to them. No. The first hand of the website tu yang you kena tunjuk. Kemudian dia tengok, apa hal kau buat ni, apa sebab kau tak buat macam ni? Dia kata. Kan abang dah kata buat macam ni, kenapa kau buat macam tu lah? Contoh. Kan? Sebabnya ada case tapi you all, once you complete a day before your presentation, please consult me. Saya bagi cadangan dan sebagainya. But saya pun, when I see your work, your prototype website, saya pun tak akan cakap point habis. Saya tinggalkan beberapa peluru untuk waktu presentation. Okay. Kalau tak, you all dah tahu semua tak ada dapat markah lah kan. So nak tunjuk student pandai berjawab semua kan. Kenalah simpan a few question, reserve. Walaupun saya nampak ada salah, katalah you all tak letak. Contoh all the links, the concept, link mana-mana link mesti warna biru ada underline. Itu contoh. Warna biru kalau kita tengok website mana-mana pun, warna biru, tiba-tiba merah dia buat underline, salah tu. If let's say I saw when you kata, doktor boleh tak kami nak tunjuk kami punya website yang dah siap, yang dah 50% complete untuk presentation? Yes, saya nampak benda tu salah, saya akan diam juga. Supaya saya boleh tanya awak waktu dalam presentation with the CEO, with the company present. Barulah dia kata, budak UPM boleh jawab. Okay. So back to the things, after you talk about the current scenario, siapa competitor dia. Saya bagi contoh one of the company of the previous student, siapa pernah pergi di Bangi, Gateway Bangi Gateway Bangi. Okey. Saya orang Bangi tak tahu kan. Dia ada sushi, nama dia Toyiban Sushi. Suci sungguh, makan sushi tu suci semua kan. Best friend of Prof Nazamid punya member. So dia suruh kami buat dia punya marketing online kan. Student bila cerita pasal tu kan, dia kelakar tu saya tu. Dia punya one of the biggest kelemahan dia buka dia punya tu store sushi. Tapi dia buka depan Sushi King. Dia buka the location wise of dia punya business depan Sushi King. Mendan dia tanya, apa tak semua orang masuk Sushi King tak beli kat Pakcik je? Ni Toyiban sushi yang suci dia kan. Budak-budak tu tak dapat jawab masa tu. Saya bantu, jangan risau. Kalau up to the level where the company ask you all the lousy question, jangan risau. Sebab tu saya kena ada waktu pemarkahan, sebabnya anything that they give lower, I will balance. Jangan risau. Ada sekali tu one of the company bagi out of 100%, they give the group 40%. Marah apa benar dia. Tapi rupanya dalam perjalanan balik ke Perak, Tok Belagak, sambal Tok Belagak ni, dia pernah ke Perak, malam tu budak ni telefon saya. The owner of the business. Doktor, saya rasa bersalah lah, tak tidur, tak boleh nak tidur. Apa hal ni? Apa masalah you nak cerita kat saya pula kan? Tak ada, saya bagi markah rendah kat budak ni tadi. Sampai 40 markah je. Oh, saya perasan lah tu, tapi tak apa. Saya dah tambah dah, jangan risau. Yeah. So that's why when you decide on the date, please inform to me juga. Okay? So that I can come and help you if unnecessary marks given for your groups. And the second part of presentation, selepas cerita pasal analysis, terus presentkan, okay, this based on our analysis, this is the website that we would like to propose to your company. Ceritakan, website sebenar lah, tunjuk website sebenar. Terus buka wix.com for that company. And during that time, they can make any comments. And all these comments, semua komen ini, salah seorang daripada ahli group have to record it. Catat, tulis. Sebab kalau you tengok dalam saya punya manual amali, there is one element 10 markah. Saya akan minta you all list, tick dah buat belum. Kemudian email ke saya. Kalau tak ada benda tu, kan dah hilang 10 markah. Jangan bulan saya 4 markah rendah. Sebab you tak buat list of the comments. Dan kadang-kadang dia terpesona dengan orang punya kedai bercakap, abang ni handsome, dia terlupa nak catat apa orang tu komen. Lepas tu you cannot do the changes for the website. There is one company yang buat untuk restoran warung kampung dekat UPM, Fakulti Bahasa Moden. Abang tu macam-macam dia tak suka. Macam-macam tak suka. Rupa budak perempuan ni tak tulis. Dah lah tak tulis, lepas tu selama blank dia akhir semester, dia tak buat pun changes. And she thought that I will know. Saya makan tengah hari kat situ. Apa pasal budak-budak kau tak ada buat perubahan? Kalau abang cakap banyak abang nak, dia tak ada buat apa pun. Kesannya, saya balik office, saya potong 50% of the marks. Sebab budak perempuan tak buat apa pun. So you shouldn't do that. Yeah? This exercise, the reason why saya nak ada presentation, ada suasana yang salah, ada correction, you come back, you buat correction. This is the life cycle, what we call as SDLC, System Development Life Cycle. S, Superman, Development, D, Doctor, SDLC, Langkawi, China, SDLC, System Development Life Cycle. Yang you all buat stages ni, it is part of the system. Sebab tu saya nak you all buat. Salah you kena pusing balik. Tak buat, pusing balik. That is the experience of membangunkan any system. Internet is part of the system. Website is also part of the system. Okay? So that is what you have to present during the CEO presentation. Am I answering? Walaupun tambah banyak lagi. Saya akan share the marking guide dalam grup nanti. Ada soalan lain?
Doktor,
Yes, sir.
yang presentation ni semua member kena join ke atau just CEO je?
They have to be present ya. Takkanlah you dengan dia je present kat macam online session, you dengan dia baik you all buat face apa ni tu? WhatsApp hi kan. Every members have to present and up to you. I would suggest your presentation should be open. All your group members have to be present. The company, at least 1 or 2 representative of the company, and Pak Cik Tua ni mesti ada dalam tu. Ya. Jangan buat presentation tak ada Dr. Farid, tak ada how I want to help you. Okay? So those are the component. Tapi katakanlah you kata kami dah confident terlebih doktor. We want to open this untuk our class member. Boleh tidak? Boleh. You all ni bertuah tau. Saya cakap bertuah ke tak bertuah saya tak tahulah. Because all for the last 2 semester, your semester and the previous semester, saya tak buat pengumuman dalam UPM. If not, I will make announcement dalam social media UPM. Saya dulu ketua dia orang kan. I will make announcement to all the PTJ dan semua fakulti dalam UPM, iklankan presentation you all and they are invited to come. Alhamdulillah ke tak tahu, saya pun tak tahulah macam mana satu nak cakap kan. But the idea is the more you get comments from people, the more you can help improvise the website. Itu je. Salah tu biasalah kan. Warna tu kenapa merah? Suka hati aku lah. Macam yang cerita kambing panggang orang pakcik Kelantan yang dia sebenarnya nak buat ada features yang dia nak features ada jadual, ada kalender. Warna website tu merah. Kelantan kan? Kelantan menegak-megah orang. Dia nak warna merah hitam. Merah hitam. Adalah student cakap, why this, kenapa kau orang buat warna merah, sakit mata. Pakcik tu naklah, okay, diam. But in some instances, in some cases, if let's say dia nak warna merah, tapi you rasa warna merah tu tak sesuai, you have to consult dia secara professional. You guys are expert kan, foodies expert. So you have to advise them, Kak, tak boleh, ni letak warna merah sekarang, orang lari. Kan lembu kejar. You have to explain. That is part of the skill yang kita nak bina benda ni. Ataupun I share you my experience. When I went pengarah Tourism Malaysia, Tan Sri Azizan sebelum ni, kami jumpa dalam toilet. And then dia kata, kenapa you been invited by saya, masa tu bawa balik daripada Republic Czech. I was invited to give a speech, to give a talk on how to use social media to promote tourism. Sebab my friend from Czech tu jumpa dengan saya di Thailand, di Khon Kaen, di Laos sana. Saya present paper and there seorang-seorang negara tu, Bosnia, uji saya betul ke data pasal negara dia orang. And it was correct, so I was invited. And then this Tan Sri was asking me, kenapa Farid kita tak panggil you? Kenapa negara lain panggil? Dari mana saya tahu saya bukan pengarah tourism. And then they invite me to go for presentation. And when I present to them, when I present to the ketua pengarah, Tan Sri Azizan, what happened is, saya cakap terus terang, walaupun Malaysia website is among the first website in the world promoting tourism, but the funny thing was we are not a good implementer. Sebab orang lain bukakan dia punya Facebook untuk orang komen. Tapi Facebook Tourism Malaysia, we didn't allow people to share pictures, share experience. Tak boleh. Dalam Malaysia 14 buah negeri, 14 buah negeri, hanya Facebook Sabah Tourism saja yang buka untuk siapa-siapa boleh share picture, boleh komen and everything. And when I say this, I had a presentation. I was being invited in Sabah untuk present depan dia punya ketua pengarah tourism Sabah. I say this clearly. Saya cakap, the only state in Malaysia yang allow people to share their experience of pergi jalan-jalan ni, bidang tourism kan yang paling jatuh sekarang COVID ni kan. Saya kata, Sabah Tourism. Why? There is one instant, orang tu pergi nak naik ke Gunung Kinabalu, lalu di Kundasang. Di Kundasang tu dia berhenti rehat dan dia nak pergi toilet. Mak Saleh And these tourists are very shocked to see the toilet is, Masya Allah. And what he did, he took the picture and he shared on the Facebook the real gambar toilet tersebut yang tak dibasuh, yang tidak dicuci langsung. This is a true story. It's a case study. And then that particular picture dia naik uploadkan dalam Facebook Tourism Sabah, and Tourism Sabah allow it. The only tourism board dalam Malaysia yang allow kan. And then after they let the gambar najis semua adalah. And then Tourism Sabah say this word, that capture the we call this apa ni saya service, bukan service, satisfaction recovery punya strategi. The first word dia guna ialah thank you for sharing those picture, and by doing so we will make sure that we will clean up and everything within 2 days, and then we will post back to update on you. Mak Saleh tu tenganga terkejut. Saya tak tahulah tenganga tidak, saya tak tahulah, tapi dia macam wow. Dia respon balik, dia reply, oh yeah, thank you very much for your response, your prompt response. So you dah banner, you already tied the customer trust to your company in that sense. And they did. Tourism Sabah, lepas tu dia dah betul-betul dia pergi bersih ambil air tu. And then they took a picture, dia post pula dalam tu. Thank you for your picture, your comment. Now this is the current picture of this toilet. Thanks to you, we can improvise this situation. So these are the thing, some people said, Tourism Malaysia tadi dia cakap, pengarah dia tanya kepada ketua bahagian e-commerce, e-marketing, Zaleha, kenapa kau tak bagi ni, dia kata. Farid kata kena tu orang masalah semua buat. Dia. Aku yang kena salah kan. Tak boleh doktor, ni Datuk Sri dia. Sebab Malaysia takut dekat masa tu nanti keluar apa roket masuk mata, masuk bulan. Saya pandang saya buat tu. You are the admin. Macam cerita toilet tadi, if you don't like the picture of the toilet, you can boleh turun kan. You are the admin. And I do respond like that. And then Tan Sri kata, buka lah, malu Malaysia. And they just open for 1 week. Until now, they close it back. Sebab tu tiba-tiba dia kata 78% our tourism punya revenue goes down. I was telling my mom, this is the correct time for us to koreksi diri dalam tourism di Malaysia untuk improvise. Jangan pandang negatif pada COVID. Terlalu banyak sangat. Alright. So I reckon that is about CIP. So please make sure you fulfill all the 14 elements. And then inshallah, when we open the semester, you already got the date for the presentation. Oh yeah, I want to share this with you guys. Yeah. Saya masih tidak berjaya untuk find out how to share my calendar with you guys. Now, if you guys realize that Google also have what you call as Google Calendars, ada sebut tu kan? And for this class, specifically for this class, I already created, salah, Allah maaf. Nampak apa Nampak apa I created this particular file for you guys. Ni. Saya ada Christmas Eve apa semua ni. This is what I call as, saya buatkan ini sebagai kalender CIP UPM, if you see there. CIP UPM Sem1 2020. All those blue thing are the deadlines. Ni. Due date updating database, due date for Osaka case study. Saya cerita pula case study semua. Online CEO presentation bila kena buat within these 2 weeks. Daripada 14 hari bulan Disember sampai 27 Disember. I will share this particular calendar of mine bawah Dr. Farid punya Gmail ni. I will share with you guys, but I still not managed to find out the features. Dah banyak video saya buka semalam, tak dapat nak. There are few features which is not the same like the previous one. But once I done, I will share this, and this one can be a guidelines for you guys untuk dah buat belum ni? Dah minggu 8 dah. Oh, sekarang kita minggu 8, minggu 9. Ya Allah, 14 minggu dah. Allah sedar dah habis semester. Kan? You all punya last date is before Taipusam. Due date ni dia semua saya letak due date. Due date submit, due date finalize, due date commerce. Sebab saya pun menjadi student. I used to be student kan. If the lecturer give you all this wording ni, macam saya bagi dalam client manual di muka surat last tu, I don't think most of you read it. Kan? Allah, apalah doktor, banyak sangat tak payah baca, hari semester baca. So rather than I doing that, I try to improvise. Semester ni saya buat satu kalender khas untuk you guys, and I will share this immediately after this session so that you can this is owned by you guys. Nak buat tambah ke apa ke boleh dalam this calendar. Okay. Itulah itu yang saya nak mention about CIP. Ada soalan lain pasal CIP?
Saya ada soalan.
Ya, silakan. Siapakah di sana?
Sarah.
Sarah, okey, silakan.
Nanti masa hari presentation, kita kalau masa tu pukul berapa? Kalau lepas office hour boleh ke?
Boleh, tak ada masalah.
Okay.
Based on masa dia.
Okay. Alright.
Sebabnya dulu sebab dulu kekangannya ialah kita suruh dia datang UPM. Masa tu saya buat besar-besaran. Bagi tahu semua pensyarah, datang tengok student kita hebat. Kan? Semua datang. Sekali tu saya buat di Dewan Besar. Dewan Besar food tech lah. Orang semua tengok, tak ada orang bulan lewat ni. Semua orang tak datang, suruh kita buat iklan. Kan? Anyway, for this time around, the time must based on the company punya availability. Sebab you buat this project is for them. Ya, saya mesti hadir. Kalau saya tak dapat hadir, katakanlah you conduct in Zoom, you have to share that video with me. Sebab saya kena bagi markah kat you all. Markah-markah penyelamat. Okay. And please ask another important element of your presentation, you have to explain to the company, abang, encik, tuan, akak, puan, sis, miss, one of the question that you want to ask to us depan Dr. Farid nanti adalah soalan yang ada kaitan dengan usahawan. Sebab saya nak bagi komponen markah usahawan pada your group. Okay. Contoh usahawan macam mana? Macam mana dik, saya akak ni nak expand bisnes akak ni selain pada guna website ni macam mana contoh. Macam mana akak pula ni kan. Macam mana akak nak jual, akak tengok ada panda-panda atau apa benda tu. Contoh. Kan? So you have to answer, you have to, maknanya everyone have to be up to date on that particular issue lah. Kita panggil situ mobile food application. Oh itukah, akak boleh pilih. Contohlah. Jawapan tu betul tidak agaknya mungkin saya lah tahu, dia tak. Dia tak tahu pun tak apa, but you have to answer. One of the question that they want to ask must be question that is related to usahawan. Yang mana tahu sekarang ni kan semua kita, you guys nanti bila habis belajar, you are the job seeker ke job creator? You guys ni semua, 39 orang ni, you will be job seeker ke ataupun job creator nanti zaman you ni? Tak boleh jawab? Boleh jawab, saya hantar grab food kat rumah dia lagi. Job, ada jawab. Saya boleh hantar sate ke apa kan kat area rumah awak. You are the job creator. Bila you habis grad, saya bukan nak takut kat you all. Ya. Zaman saya dulu memang job seeker. Ya. Bukan nak kata saya dah tua, tidak. Job seeker meaning habis itu CV, hantar kat semua company. 20 company food lah, 10 hantar. Lepas tu Farid kan dia jawab, sebenarnya aku nak kerja UPM. Lepas tu apa kau pergi hantar resume? Bangang pun ada juga kan. Tapi whatever it is, when your time, you have to have all this mentality usahawan. Yeah. And this is what the element that I want to embedded dalam you guys. Element of usahawan. Usahawan ni kena cakap. Alhamdulillah. Mengamuk dekat ulu kelang ni. And one more thing which is saya belum buat keputusan. Your presentation ni, presentation bahasa orang lama-lama. Bahasa orang saya. Bahasa subjek lain. You have to do presentation, group presentation macam kanak-kanak riak. But business term, saya pun astagfirullah, saya patut nak tukarlah. CEO bukan presentation, CEO pitching. Pernah dengar tak ada orang sebut pitching? Mana dia? Pernah dengar tak? In business,
Nah,
Pernah.
there is one competition actually. Profesor Sharifah Kharidah suruh you all masuk. Saya pun tak sure lagi. Nanti saya buat poll lah, saya buat undi untuk you all. Nak masuk bertanding tidak? It is a business pitching. Kita panggil presentation, orang bisnes tak panggil presentation lah. Dia panggil pitch. Saya dulu apa, petik apa, hanya pitching ni saya pun bodoh juga. Masa mula-mula masuk Magic tu, I don't know what is pitching. Rupanya pitching ni is a presentation. But presentation, how you want to convince your client tu, ini our prototype website, terima, tak terima. It's a pitching is a way of convincing people of whatever you present. Salah idea tu. Tak ada C di ujung. Pitching. Okay. So maybe I will change the name of that session daripada CEO presentation kita buat CEO pitching. Sebab hari tu budak-budak JTM, budak-budak food tech, saya komen kat dia orang. Kan aku pula yang kena komen lepas ni kan. Betul lah, astagfirullahalazim. Saya komen, saya kata apa panggil presentation, food processing presentation, apalah pitching je. Sekarang orang nampak subjek saya, dia orang bantai pula saya. Betul lah, betul. I will change that to business pitching lah. Saya buat CEO pitching lah. Thank you. Siapa yang tanya tadi? So during this pitching, the idea is to convince your audience. Okay? And I still give me 1 or 2 days untuk saya fikir sama ada nak hantar you all bertanding untuk pertandingan tu tidak. Free of charge. Nanti saya share dia punya detail. Saya baru dapat daripada pusat usahawan semalam. Dia senang je. Saya record your presentation tu, the recorded version, just email to them. Senang je. Semua dapat masuk. Wah, Fakulti Food Tech ada 9 penyertaan. Tu nak dengar kan? Semua orang masuk. Macam mana kami boleh masuk? Memang kamu punya yang hantar email saya email balik ke Ustaz Sawan. Habis. I will inform to you what are decision after I talk to Prof. Sharifah Kharidah. Okay, ada question lain tentang CIP. Apa selepas present? First, comment. Catat komen tu and then that comment you have to respond, buat perubahan, email kepada saya, siap you punya project. Okay. Ada satu elemen saya tambah untuk semester ni ialah you have to get some feedback daripada kawan-kawan you. Daripada grup lain. Kita buat undi belah bahagi kali ni. Malaysia asyik bergolak je kan, parlimen kan. Kita nak you all pun buat undi. Kawan ni punya kerja ni bagus tidak? Berapa bintang nak bagi? 3 bintang, 5 bintang. This concept of peer evaluation saya introduce untuk this semester. Kita panggil dia peer evaluation. Allah Akbar, apa kerja tu? Evaluation. Peer evaluation ni is very crucial. Sebab kadang-kadang kita shot sendiri, website aku dah cantik sungguh, ya Allah cantik. But in reality, apalah warna merah jambu dipakainya. Contoh. The idea is to that we can keep perubahan, penambahbaikan every now and then. Okay. In website internet is a never-ending story. Once you decided to jump into internet marketing for your company, that is the moment you dah sign surat sebenarnya, you will stick to internet forever as a marketing tools. Macam mana you nak menambah baikkan tu, that is how your company decide. Macam La Apprenti. La Apprenti sekarang insya-Allah akan ada delivery, dah ada dah pun. Food delivery guna Food Panda. Baru sedar. Tak ada orang dalam UPM, baru dia orang sedar. Oh, kami sedar. Kami bot nak jual makanan ni kat siapa? Takkan jin nak ketuk pintu tu, Food 6 beli pula kan, mampus semua orang lagi. So we have decided buat food panda. Ataupun staff bawa makanan jual. Okay. Ada soalan lain?
Biasa bagi makan kambing. Tapi ini
Doktor.
Yes, sir. Kamal.
Yeah, Kamal.
Okay.
I think I want to ask some questions.
Yes.
Sebab semalam kita orang dah ada discussion daripada group lah. Tentang projek email. Yang kami faham projek email ni
Punya tutup. Mic you tutup. Saya tak dengar.
Doktor. First of all, macam ada beberapa dalam database tu yang kita orang tak berapa clear lah.
Okay.
Yang ada berapa header tu. Yang macam projek email tu, macam mula-mula doktor kata kena pakai email daripada company kan. But then kita orang kena buat email baru ke pakai email yang sedia ada? Sebab kalau email yang dia orang ada, possible tak dia orang nak bagi kita sebab nak login ke email dia orang tu perlukan password apa semua, privacy data.
Itu sebab saya letak benda tu dalam kolom
Kan?
Itu tujuan saya letak. Boleh tidak atau tidak, saya tak tahu. Saya as your consultant. Siapa consultant company tu? Who is the real consultant for the company? Macam Kamal. Kamu kan? Your group is the consultant, am I right? So you yang kena tanya dia. Semua group kena tanya, you have to explain untuk buat website ni kena ada guna email. So akak, encik nak guna email yang you all dah ada ataupun boleh kami bukakan email baru specifically untuk buat website ni. Macam point yang Kamal sebut tadi tu is true. That was the reason why saya letak ada email project. Sebab there is an issue of privacy. Kalau email dia tu dia guna untuk terima order katakan. Ataupun email yang dia ada sekarang tu is to make order kepada supplier. Sekarang bercampur pula dengan email yang buat selenggara website. It might give them some problem. So the idea saya letak situ, you have to consult the company. Dan Kamal boleh tanya kepada company sebut, boleh tak nak buat satu untuk my suggestion, my advice is to have two different we create a new email for them. A new Gmail. Sebab kita tak nak campur dengan maybe dia dah ada sistem organizing all the data kat dia. Masuk you punya email, pening kepala pakcik tu. So we don't want to trigger problem to the company. So I would advise to all the groups to come up with a new Gmail that specific untuk pembangunan website tersebut. Am I answering you, Kamal?
Okay, but then macam sebelum ni saya ada nampak doktor ada bagi tahu yang doktor ada buat projek yang tolong hair salon doktor punya kawan kan. Saya nampak dashboard wix.com doktor pakai email sendiri, but then you develop
itu saya main-main. Itu saya itu contoh yang tak bagus tu. Dia pun tak pakai website tu. Dia kata alah don't want to use your aku dah buat penat-penat, dia kata dia tak nak. Saya guna. That is a good point. Terima kasih Kamal. I'm very glad that shows that you go through the video semula tu. Bagus. It's true.
Sebab saya ingatkan wix.com ni dia ada macam option yang kita boleh tolong orang sebab saya ada perasan doktor buat untuk kawan doktor tu kan.
Ya betul. The point is true. The point is exactly correct. Yeah. So in my case yang saya tunjuk salon tu itu salah tu. Contoh yang salah. You have to make sure that it must be sync with the company. Yeah. Contoh yang saya bagi yang correct is the one I use for conference yang dianjurkan oleh fakulti, IFRC tu. that particular website is correct. Sebabnya saya letak food tag UPM kat depan. The email used is food tag UPM. So you have to have sync mesti sama dia punya tu. Betul. Pemerhatian Kamal tu is correct. Correct. Terima kasih Kamal. You pinpoint on that. It's good point.
And then got another question.
Yes,
Another
sila.
two questions actually.
Sila.
About there's one of the column in the database that you said e-biz analysis on the header. So
e-biz.
you need to ask about the company.
Okay.
E-biz analysis.
Okay, right. Itu yang saya sebut tadi. One of Sarah ke siapa tadi tanya saya, apa kami punya presentation is all about. The first part of your
Okay.
kalau dapat the first part of the presentation is about the business. Apa dia punya business, siapa pesaing dia, and what are the e-business yang dia dah buat, apa yang dia belum buat. Kalau katakan dia dah buat Facebook, dia dah ada Facebook, dia dah ada Instagram, dia dah ada apa lagi, katalah TikTok. Tiba-tiba kan TikTok sekarang kan semua nak buat TikTok. Dia dah ada semua social media features, dia dah ada. So bila you state that this company already have all this social media, but ni yang keluar big but ni. The big but is your company don't have the official website. Therefore, kami cadangkan you untuk ada ni to increase your credibility and level of awareness about your website, your company brand kepada semua. Itu dia kesimpulan tu. Itu sebab you kena buat the presentation ataupun you punya project have to be started. Kalau you tengok saya suruh sebelum ni pergi berjumpa company, tanya apa persoalan company, that is the time bila you nak kumpul benda-benda ni, information. Sebab tu ada sebab saya suruh jumpa dia, bukan suruh jumpa akak ada makanan lebih boleh bagi saya. Jangan. Previously ada some of the companies dia pergi sampai ke Tampin Negeri Sembilan. Saya terkejut anak dara ni pergi Tampin. Naik komuter pergi ke Tampin. Semata-mata untuk dapat apa dia punya bisnes, buat apa. Saya tanya awak balik kampung bapak saya, buat apa? Saya kata. Buka puasa di sana. Buka puasa sana dapat makan free lah, alhamdulillah lah kan. Tapi that is the crucial thing. Another element nanti yang lebih kurang sama juga, sebab why you have to communicate with the company. The early stage you communicate untuk dapat tahu apa bisnes dia. What are the e-business yang dia dah buat. Kalau dia dah buat Facebook, you boleh nak komen kata Facebook pakcik pasal jual goreng pisang, your business goreng pisang contoh I give an instance the business is jual goreng pisang. You have your Facebook dah promoting on goreng pisang, your company, but apa salah ada gambar pakcik pergi hantar anak pakcik pergi sekolah dalam Facebook tersebut? Nothing to do with your goreng pisang. Boleh tak you nak komen tu? Boleh. Sebab itu we want to menambah baikkan. Kadang-kadang orang Malaysia ni we want to do, that's why I introduce to you guys the theory of diffusion of innovation tu. Sebab dalam teori itu kita kena tahu we have to have objective. Kenapa kita guna Facebook untuk promote? Kenapa kita guna website? If you don't have any objective of using any of internet marketing tools, you jump, I jump. Itu yang saya sebut tadi tu. Dia tengok orang buat, dia buat. Lepas tahun dia tak update dah. Orang lain keep updating. So dia punya internet marketing tools dia tu tidak successful. Sebab apa? Implementation tidak successful because there is no continuity. Sebab tu sekarang sikit sustainability lah, apa sustain. Bahasa Melayunya kelestarian. Ambil kau. Sebab apa tak ada lestari? The idea of the cita-cita pendigitalan dia tu cannot be successful. I can guarantee you that. Sebab dia tak tahu apa dia buat. Okay, soalan lain ada?
Yang required document.
Alright.
Required communicate well with client's document. Ada salah satu header dalam database.
Itu yang you all submit tu? surat tu.
Oh itu je lah.
Itu saja. Kalau dah saya rasa ada dua kumpulan ni, satu kumpulan yang antara dia orang ada email kat saya. Saya just nak you all update kan je. That particular column is referring to surat yang you all dah due pun. Saya tu dah baca pun dah. Saya dah tunjukkan mak saya. Ni mak bagus budak-budak ni. Sampai ke Skincan ni. Ada company daripada Skincan ni. Kuala Selangor. Siapa company buat Kuala Selangor? Saya kata sampai ke Kuala Selangor. Terus Kuala Selangor naik kes malam. Saya baru buka tu baca Kuala Selangor naik kes malam. Tempat dia orang dah tak ada PKPB kan. Jadi pun kena pula kan. Astagfirullah. Mak mulut kau. Okay. Boleh Kamal dan semua? That particular column is referring to all your assessment, your assignment yang dah buat sebenarnya. Yang tak buat tu hanya detail bila nak buat presentation. Contoh. Storyboard dah hantar apa kan? Semua dah hantar storyboard. Saya tu semua hantar. Alhamdulillah bagus nak murid saya. Storyboard hari Jumaat ni hantar kot. Bukan ke? Ke dah hantar Jumaat lepas? Saya rasa dah hantar Jumaat lepas kan?
Jumaat lepas.
Tu. Dah buat dah semua. Cuma I want you guys, kenapa perlu ada database ni? When you do any project, kalau dalam food project katakan, I don't know other lecturers. Saya tak tahu. But when you talk about management, operation management especially, no matter what project it is, you have to have some sort of checklist. This is actually checklist for you guys. Saya tak tahu cara lain. Saya punya cara saya, you have to checklist. Dah buat belum? Dan the moment you do that checklist, saya menghargai awak punya keprihatinan dah buat satu, tak buat kosong. Dah buat satu, kosong kan? Untuk menghargai awak, menghargai kerja awak tu, is actually appreciating your work. Oh, aku tak buat lagi. You can implement the same concept, the same concept, gunakan Excel, gunakan spreadsheet, nak buat you punya final year project. Kalau berani lah buatlah. Ya Allah, introduction chapter tak buat lagi. Ya Allah, citation tak siap lagi. Ya, ambil kau. If you use the same concept, this is what you call as operation management punya concept, where you checklist everything. This is what also they call as Gantt chart. Pernah dengar Gantt chart? This is the concept of Gantt chart. Some people say, doktor tak payah buat lah. Buat siap-siap lah. Siap-siap, satu cerita dah siap. Macam you guys semua dah siap dah surat tu. Dan tak, saya dah mula baca dah. It's fine. But in recording, it must be there. Sebab dalam food industry ni, the recording konsep ni kurang. Food service ke, food industry ke, the receiving tu, dia kata dah terima sawi 10 kilo. Ataupun 100 kilo lah katakan. Dia terlupa nak catat. But that component of the data, bila you appreciate, you letakkan dah terima dah 100 kilo. When you tick saja, that is appreciating the data. Itu yang saya kata kat you guys, the basic data. Nanti dalam chapter 6 saya akan mention about this. The basic data are very crucial. If the first data yang cashier masukkan tu salah, sampai ke Datuk Seri Najib keputusan salah, sampai UMNO jatuh dalam pilihan raya yang lepas. This is a fact. Kata orang semua sayang dia, sebenarnya tak suka tengok Rosmah. Jatuh dia. So that is the crucial of data, and this is the process. Sebab tu saya kata my teaching is experience based learning. You experience, buat ni kena tanda, and I want that to become habit. For you to be a good manager, operator in the future time. That is the skill yang saya nak masukkan. Baguslah Kamal and some of you guys realize about this. You ask, and asking that is the best way. That's another skill too. That's why subjek ni kalau you all perasan, dia punya level psikomotor, level amali dia ialah P6. You kena ada lakuan tulen. Lepas daripada ni semua orang semua tertib. Subjek apa pun tertib lepas ni. Itu ada perubahan. So I hope by doing this you get something out of it lah. Okay, ada apa-apa sebelum saya masuk sikit je pasal case study. Okay. Ada apa-apa soalan pasal saya Pi? Tak ada Boleh Okay, insyaAllah saya doakan semuanya go with the flow. InsyaAllah sebab tu setiap kali saya panggil my bride tu saya doakan saya seorang. Okay. On regards to case study. Kalau you all tengok case study yang saya bagi tu. Again, why I come up with this case study? There are twofold. There are two reasons why saya bagi case study Alibaba. I referring to the first case study which is Alibaba. Saya in the last lab which I share for the both groups, I did mention the story of Alibaba. Kan? Sebab apa dia berlaku? Rupanya ada orang, mak saya cuci dengar itu. Siapa Cik Ma tu dia nanya. The history of Alibaba is very crucial, and considering that this subject, that topic is talking about e-commerce and also e-marketing, that was the reason why I give Alibaba punya case study. Satu. Sebab kedua saya nak you all buat ni ialah kerana to add up your marks for test 1. Ya. Nanti saya tak nak orang cakap, kelas Dr. Farid senangnya buat kerja, tak ada apa jawab-jawab pun tak ada. Saya tak nak. Because to me, if the student deserve to get the marks, they deserve. Dia dah buat kerja. Bagilah markah. So please make sure that 3 soalan je pun Alibaba ni. 3 soalan klik tutup mata pun boleh jawab. So this is the case study yang saya dah share tu. Okay. Saya buka. Okay, this is the case study. Okay. The case study, you guys dah biasa buat case study ke tidak? Tak biasa? Biasa. Okay. Usually in business, biasa. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Basically, if in business punya case study, there are 3 segment. One is talking about apa problem dia, apa masalah dia. What are the problems? Secondly, they are talking about what are the solution. Apa cara, apa alternatif dia yang company itu dah buat. So in this case, dia dah cerita pasal problem and then they come up with the solution. Apa cara dia, Jack Ma buat apa? Okay. And the last part of it is what they talk about result ataupun some of it, they call it as impact of that particular solution. Dalam ni tulis the result. So case study mana-mana pun lah. Harvard case study ataupun these are the basic concept of case study. And if you refer to the question itu mesti reflect balik kepada any of the 3 section. Cuma bila you answer, kalau nak dapat markah penuh 10 markah for each one of the question. Contoh ni, discuss the reason why consumer, the answer for the question must be inside the case study. Faham The answer mesti ada dalam tu. Kecuali dia ada cerita benda fakta yang tak ada. What do you think? Tak ada sini kan? How do you think? Tak ada kan? Biasanya case study, the answer is within the story sahaja. Dia tak akan perlu you pergi cari source lain. Siapa sebenarnya Cik Ma ni? Siapa nama mak dia? Siapa nama bapak dia? Tak ada kaitan. Janganlah buat kerja tu. Tak dapat markah pun. The answer must be reflecting on whatever they have that. Cuma mungkin dia akan kata, kalau you tengok, discuss. Maknanya kena bincang. Saya baru buat discussion dengan seorang student PA saya. Dia marah saya. Kenapa saya seorang ni dapat B+, B+. Subjek doktor ni jahat. Kamu macam mana jawab final exam saya? Saya jawab pendek-pendek je. Dia tulis discuss, yang kau tulis pendek-pendek kenapa? Dia pasal dia PA saya cakap macam orang biasa kan. Oh, satu saya dapat makan rendah. Sedar pun diri saya cakap. Okay. So, when you see discuss is a bincang. Bincang maknanya ada satu point, you elaborate lah sikit satu. Dapat markah penuh. 3, kalau markah ni saya kata 10 kan. 1 point might be with 2 elaboration. 3, 9. Tambah 1 markah bonus 10. Tentulah kita orang bagi markah. Okay. So this the third reason why I give Alibaba punya case study, because it is part of our actual lab amali. There is one section which is alibaba.com yang kita tak buat lagi. InsyaAllah lepas buka semester nanti, buka cuti ni minggu depan, I will make sure insyaAllah each one of you will be a registered Alibaba member. Talking about that, I hope everyone have started Google Digital Garage. Saya ingatkan tu. Ya. Saya nak habis subjek ni, you all accredited by Alibaba, accredited by Google. Letaklah CV. Ni semalam saya buat ni pasal e-portfolio. Jangan lupa buat CV personal untuk you guna wix.com. I will give you insyaAllah dalam minggu ni saya tengah baca sendiri, saya tengah go through the video, a guideline of how you want to do a good CV using wix.com. What are the elements? Saya pun rasa saya bagi lepas tangan macam tu tak? Dr. Farid ni tak guna. Dia tak bagi guideline pun apa dalam wix.com e-portfolio kami tu apa nak letak. Saya pun sedar. I try to improvise every time, and I found a very good example, guideline, video pula tu. You just follow that particular guideline, insyaAllah you punya CV portfolio you tu, resume tu will be a very tip top one. InsyaAllah. Saya dah tengok video tu setengah lah semalam. Tapi banyak orang kerja kan. Saya tengok video tu half. Is by Wiley. Daripada buku. Daripada buku ni. It is from this book. The case study Alibaba daripada sini. Ada jawapan? Ada kat saya lah jawapan dia. Tapi trust me, jawapan is inside there. Don't worry. Boleh? Ada soalan pasal case study?
Doktor,
Ya saya.
doktor yang soalan ni kan, dia setiap satu soalan tu 10 markah ke ataupun total dia 10 markah?
Tak. Bukan total. My bad, saya tak letakkan markah kat situ. Setiap markah satu soalan 10 markah. Tapi 10 tak adalah maknanya nak 10 poin. Tak. Kalau habis dia cari 10 poin tak ada pun tiba-tiba dia tambah. Tak. One of the reason why saya letak 10 nak senang kira markah you all nampak besar. Maknanya janganlah letak satu ayat je, betul lah. Letak 3 ayat untuk satu jawapan. Jadi sikit-sikit macam yang anak PA saya tu, dia pergi letaknya poin 2 perkataan. Aku dah pening macam mana nak bagi markah. Satu soalan 10 markah. Dua, pembahagian markah ni saya ikut kepada sistem buku yang saya ambil ni. Dia ambil one question is 10 marks. Based on the point, and then you have to elaborate. Satu point, dia kata discuss the reason. Katalah reason why Chinese consumer been so eager to embrace electronic commerce. So apa dia orang eager? Duit dia banyak. Mantap lah kalau ada tulis dekat atas tu. Duit banyak dan they can bring cash money only. Contoh, dia tak percaya pada bank. Contoh. But it's true. That's one of these, my friend, this Chinese family from mainland China come and buy apartment depan KLCC cash. Cash, saya tersedak dekat. Depan KLCC. Tak apalah rezeki dia Allah bagi, tak apa bagilah, tak apalah kan. But actually one of the reason, and it is not stated in this case study, I just want to share with you guys. There is a book actually by McKinsey. Saya kalau you all nak baca, ada kajian nak baca ke? Saya boleh share lah. It's an online book. Why China mainland, people from China mainland, they are very eager. From the smallest child until nenek tua yang berumur 120 tahun, they are so eager on e-commerce. That makes the whole system di China change at a glimpse. Buku tu cukup interesting by McKinsey. I will share with you guys. You baca introduction dia je lah, dah tengah mulut. Sebab no matter what age kat Malaysia ni, mak-mak nenek kita macam wan saya, telefon pun macam mana nak angkat ni, kan? So, saya kata mak tak payahlah sesara ke hidup orang tua tu, tak payahlah, kita belikanlah. Telefon lama pun tak apalah, saya kata kan. But in China no. Whatever orang muda ada, orang tua nak. So if you are using Apple iPhone, the latest series apa 11 11S katakan, mak you kena 12S. Make kau. The generation there is all equal in terms of using e-commerce and internet business. So saya share buku tu taklah tebal. It's an online book. And I got it for free, so saya boleh bagi distribute kepada semua. It will trigger us. I share with you guys already kan, plan agenda. That's good guys. Issue ni. Saya ada satu share plan strategik kan, bawah tajuk chapter 5. Ada kan, saya dalam Putra Blast. I will elaborate on that dalam saya punya lecture e-commerce. Yeah. And once you listen to my lecture, saya tak nak cerita kat sini. Okay. Once you listen to my lecture on that, baru you kata, kenapa Muhyiddin buat macam ni? Kenapa MDEC? Itu lagi. Because whatever happening in Malaysia in terms of digitalization ni, sekarang jumpa doktor hospital pun tak payah pergi hospital. Tahu kan? Aplikasi terkini yang diperkenalkan. Saya pun, sometimes you have to think, not everything can be digitalized. Even though that I'm information system, saya cakap, macam mana nak tukar suhu demam ke tidak, simptom-simptom tu batuk macam mana, kering ke kan, wallahualam lah. But it's already available. KKM dah perkenalkan online assessment, ambil kau, online assessment demam. Tak payah pergi jumpa doktor. Doktor appointment dalam online. Ini norma baru. Ini norma baru. Lepas ni kita makan pun nasi semua tak rasa lah. Digital, sometimes not everything can be digitalized. That lecture, chapter 5 tu dengar betul-betul bila saya cerita nanti. Not everything can be digitalized. Orang sebutkan digital kan. It's true, but at certain point, we have to ask ourselves, nasi ni aku nak makan, kalau digital macam mana nak kenyang? Contoh, that is what you call as a level of digitalization. Remember to watch my video soon. InsyaAllah malam ni saya akan post. Okay. Any other question? Kita dah pelajak masa saya. Ya dah 2 jam dah. Okay, alright. Ada apa soalan tanya pasal lab dan juga sorry that we cannot have the breakout session, but please do the discussion among your group ya. Jangan biar seorang saja buat kerja, jangan orang lain tak buat kerja ke apa ke. Please distribute the work, load work, and if you have any problem with anyone in your group members, please cerita je kat saya. Doktor macam mana nak buat? Please tell me, because saya concerned because you guys do this project online. Seorang di Kutub Utara, seorang di Kelantan, seorang di sini kan. So if you encounter with any problems, immediately tell me. Okay? Sebab I know the difficulties of doing. Saya dah cerita tadi kan, saya di Malaysia, supervisor saya di Australia, seorang Switzerland, seorang Hong Kong, pening kepala aku. Aku student jadi gila. Masa tu. The first time saya tengok perkataan gerak depan saya tanpa saya buat apa-apa. Ada hantu ke? Sebenarnya orang lain tengah buat kerja. Okay? So if you have any problem, tell me, insyaAllah I will try my best to consult you guys. Make sure that everyone have the same weight of task for this project. Okay, ada soalan apa-apa? Reminder pasal Google Digital Garage saya cakap tadi kan. Make sure buat Saya pun tengah buat. Wallahi saya pun tengah buat sekarang. Sebab saya pun tak dapat lagi sijil. So I have to discipline myself to get it this semester together with you guys. Ada soalan apa-apa? Tak ada So I pray the best for all the groups and make sure that you fulfill everything. Itu tak apa tu? Ada soalan ke? Ada chat soalan, okay. Mana soalan chat Okay, I stop the sharing. Soalan, okay. Oh ya. Siapa ni? Ji dia tanya soalan tadi kan? Lab session for this week. Are we supposed to post our? Yes. You actually experiencing this experience with me kan? Saya cerita apa, you all share. Kamal tanya soalan. That is experience. So please do. Okay. Yes, 2 kali dia hantar posting. Okay, alright. Tak ada soalan. Okay, Ain cepat dia kata. Ain cepat ni tak ada soalan. Okay, alright. Any other question? Ada soalan apa? Starting from next week punya lab. Lab saya tak kata kelas. Kalau boleh kelas lagi bagus. Saya nak siapa yang tak ada kamera, please let me know. Kalau tidak, I want to see all the window ni ada muka manusia. Tapi janganlah letak muka Doraemon lah tiba kan. Hopefully from next week, lepas naik semester, I want to see my students punya face. Nak tengok muka cantik-cantik, muka yang handsome masing-masing. I think lab Wednesday semua dah full lagi tu kan? Betul kan? You all? Kamal? Saya dapat ada ambil gambar semua, tunjuk kat ketua jabatan. Semua budak ada. Hebat dia tu. So hopefully I want you to make it as a habit. Macam mana saya cakap dalam saya punya Facebook live semalam, we have this communication. The feeling of dengar, baca, tengok Dr. Farid bergerak ni, orang tua ni bergerak dengan keyboard dia tak habis kan, different from you just read kan. Dr. Farid memang tengah mengajar, tengah bagi tahu. Entah-entah orang tu tengah buat air kopi, tengah tengok TV ke depan, lain kan. So these are the sort of communication yang dah evolve. The latest punya e-marketing is people want to see video. That's why you can see, nanti saya cerita dalam social computing, that's why they have story. Facebook story, Instagram story. Kenapa ada story? Story morning glory. Because kita semua, the mentality of people, when they see video, bergerak, they are more convinced. Jadi, the technology is there. So, insyaAllah bagi tahu kalau ada masalah tak ada kamera, saya boleh carikan kamera murah kat KL, saya hantar kat tempat kamu. Okay. Okay, kalau tak ada soalan, saya rasa that's all for this session. I would like to say thank you very, very much. Mucho gracias. Orang Itali kata grazie mille. Tutti grazie. Because you guys spend your time with me this afternoon, even though it is a mid-sem break. Ketua jabatan call saya, kenapa kamu nak masuk meeting? Saya tengah buat kelas dan lab replacement. Oh, okay, sila. So I would like to say thank you once again, and I pray for the best. And if you have any issues, anything that you don't understand about this subject or about the project, please by all means WhatsApp pun boleh, apa pun. Semester ni saya bagi orang WhatsApp pun tak apa. Nak message saya pun boleh. And on regards to that, insyaAllah saya akan cuba gunakan elemen rooms. Kalau siapa pernah nampak dalam Facebook, dia boleh buat room sekarang. Saya mungkin akan buat 1 minggu 1 room for anyone want to ask me anything. Yeah, because I hope that COVID ni, our online learning tak merencatkan proses pembelajaran kita, insyaAllah. So by saying that, once again, please stay safe, take care of yourself, basuh tangan selalu. The case is 1,600 Subhanallah. So please stay safe and please send regards to your family. And if you have any issues about your health or anything you want to share with UPM, please by all means let me know. Okay? So by that, saya akhiri kelas kita, our lab session dengan Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Once again, alamak saya lupa cakap Tamil, saya lupa lah J. Minta maaf Rumenandri, Shesheni kepada semua yang hadir pada petang ni. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Selamat petang. Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.